As someone who's never driven anything faster than a 2017 Honda Civic in real life, sim racing is a very special place for me. It allows all of us to be able to feel like we're driving our dream cars, or feel like we're actually racing in the 24 hours of Spa. Now, as someone who's never actually seen a racing car in person, when I get the possibility to drive the closest thing I'll ever get to an actual Formula 1 car, you know I'm gonna do it. In today's video, we're gonna be going over the Formula Hybrid 2021 mod for Assetto Corsa, and why you should definitely pick it up if you haven't yet. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that I do stream over on Twitch almost every day, where I host a bunch of community events and races that anyone's able to join. It's a great time, and I'd love to see you over there. The link to that is in the description. Alright, let's ramble about Formula cars. Race Sim Studio released their Formula Hybrid 2021 mod about a couple of weeks ago. If you're unfamiliar with the Formula Hybrid mods, they're essentially fantasy or sim-only cars that are developed around Formula 1's real-life rules and regulations, which is a fantastic concept. The Formula Hybrid 2021 is, of course, based off of the 2021 rules. Now, if you're a fan of Assetto Corsa and you haven't heard of RSS or any of their mods, you have to be either living under a rock or on console, because these guys have released many other versions, or years, I guess, of the Formula Hybrid mod, and also some Formula 2 and GT style mods. All of these combined have built RSS a very rock-solid reputation of being one of, if not the top dog in F1 mods, in terms of quality. The Formula Hybrid 2021 mod might as well be a Pokemon. When you see it for the first time, it's quite stunning to look at. And when you drive it for the first time, the level of meticulousness with every aspect of the car is just as stunning. Also, good God, that steering wheel is gorgeous. The first track that I tried this out on was Mugello. Yes, I may be a big fanboy of the track, but I also feel like Mugello is a perfect testing track for any car with any sort of downforce. And just like previous years of the Formula Hybrid mod, this year's car is no different in its almost incomprehensible amounts of grip. However, where this mod stands out to me is how it feels when riding the edge of its limit. If you were unaware, the rules for Formula 1 this year were changed in a way that limited downforce and where it was generated. The biggest changes happen at the floor of the car, the diffuser, and the rear brake ducts. I won't go into much detail as to what the specifics of the changes are, as that's not really the point of this video, and because I'm kind of dumb, but what's key to understand is that downforce has been limited, so the car stability has changed compared to what it used to be just a year ago. In comparison, the Formula Hybrid 2021 feels much more on edge, dare I say sketchy, than last year's version. With the default setups that load with the car, the rear does tend to wander a little bit, but they're generally safe setups to go with and are perfectly capable. Small changes to aero and ride height can have really big effects on how it handles, but that's kind of to be expected for something with so much speed and downforce. Weirdly enough, the car feels freakishly good and stable at Watkins Glen with the default setup, and honestly, that's becoming one of my favorite car and track combos right now. This is one of the most engaging and rewarding cars I've ever driven in Assetto Corsa, but it can and will bite you back just to remind you who's actually in charge. You can certainly mash the throttle a bit more than you expect you can, probably thanks to the absolutely thick rear tires, but if there's anything off camber, acceleration becomes a very daunting experience, and you'll need to have a delicate right foot if you want to survive. As always in a Formula 1 car, you can brake insanely late. Way later than you think you can. But with no ABS, it's a bit difficult to do, no matter how good you think your Danny Rick impression is. Trail braking is as important as it is in any Formula car, but it did surprise me how long I could hold the brakes at 100% for. Of course, you don't want to hang out at 100% for too long, as you'll end up with some nice square wheels, but again, I'm still in awe at how incredible these machines are. Can you tell I don't drive Formula cars that often? Getting the max out of cornering in this car is a very tricky thing to do. Of course, you'll immediately feel like a rocket ship, no matter how much experience you have in high downforce cars, but I found that having very quick, smooth, and precise steering inputs is the way to go, with emphasis on the quick part. The problem I have with pushing this car to the limit is that I sometimes forget just how much grip these cars can actually have, and that carrying more speed into corners can give you more grip. To an extent, of course. To maximize its potential, you really do just kinda have to yeet it in there. The sound design in this mod is also really incredible. In my opinion, it sounds the best while braking. The sound of the hybrid systems, the energy recovery systems, combined with the V6 turbo is pretty nice. There really isn't much else to say about this car. Everything that RSS has put out has been incredible, and this is no exception. The fact that we have mod developers that put out content that rivals, maybe even surpasses, the quality of Kunos themselves is pretty incredible. If Race Sim Studio somehow sees this video, job well done. I'm gonna end this video with an onboard Hotlap around Watkins Glen, as I feel like it's a track that has a bit of everything. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help me out, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one.